June 2026. Did the loopholes within the entry-level driving training regulations and the modernization state testing programs water down CDL training, making our highways unsafe due to a lower quality of training and an easier pathway to get a CDL license? Comments voiced by the trucking and safety advocates, veteran drivers, and OOIDA says pushing undertrained drivers onto our highways is a safety issue. Some point straight to the American or an AAMVA modernization skills testing system also as a safety issue. Who did it benefit? Just looking for an easier pathway to get CDL students a license. Many in the industry who it did benefit would tell you right now that the modernization testing program is a huge, big success. Yeah, smaller footprint. Didn't force students to have to memorize over 100 items to be inspected. Reduce it down to 50 items or so, maybe a little bit more. But they also felt that if you look at the inspection, what about belts? That's not on there. Is that a safety issue? Exhaust system? Checking for an exhaust leak? The drive axle's not on there. The braking system, they just narrowed it down to a few items. A lot more. Those are safety issues that were not put on. The goal was to make it easier so they don't have to memorize this stuff. And also, here's a checkoff list. Also, to make sure that most of those students, if they know how to use the checkoff list properly, they're going to pass. It's giving them a free ticket to get a CDL license. I need to know, do you agree with Derek Barr about getting a CDL license? Barr said, it should mean you actually had to go through a rigorous training to be behind the wheel of a commercial motor vehicle. That was a Freightway interview 2026. OOIDA Todd Spencer. Far too many drivers still lack the basic skills necessary to safely operate a commercial vehicle. He said that in 2025. I'm sure he's still saying it. Even the FMCSA leadership through 2025, 2026, Derek Barr, Sean Duffy, and others have voiced their concerns, their frustration that too many training providers are turning into sham schools. A lot of them are. Derek Barr said that. Providers are letting CDL students being pushed through like cattle, plus failing to deliver competent hands-on training. That is a true statement. And it's happening. They say it's happening at CDL school mills. No, it's happening throughout the system. And yes, there are good CDL schools out there that teach to a higher standard. So I don't want to say they all that way. But even schools, even 160 Driving Academy, I'll name that because Steve Gold has been on a lot of talk shows and talking about some of the issues, which I do agree with a lot of things that he is saying. But many of his schools are teaching to the test. 100-some schools. Some of them I'm sure are good, but not all of them. So it keeps on coming back. Who did that benefit when they put the modernization testing program? I mean, just the entry-level driving training just came out. Right on top of that, they put out the modernization testing, FMCSA, to benefit the state's smaller footprint, etc., making it easier, and also to claim the driver shortage. Even OOIDA, once again, we'll get back to them, sees the fear of lowering the bar, simplifying the testing regulations, changes that made passing a CDL too easy. So it's not just me. I'm agreeing with OOIDA and others who are also voicing the same concerns. OOIDA once again says robust, rigorous safety training must always come before fast-tracking CDL students into a tractor trailer. The DOT and the FMCSA needs only to look at themselves. Use the rulemaking process to correct the wording in the entry-level driving training and talk to the top tier CDL instructors. There's many of them out there. Talk to them, bring them in, FaceTime them, talk and communicate with them. We have suggestions to fix the problem. Might not be perfect, but at least it'll be a start. And I'm telling you, it can still be done with a smaller footprint. So AAMVA, don't cry. We can still use that smaller footprint, save you millions of dollars or whatever you might say you might lose. But we can work this out. Give us a chance. It needs to be fixed. Get it done. Now, not in July. Let's start the process now. What do you say, viewers out there? Share the video. If you're on landline, some of the breakaways, talk. Let's talk about this. See you in the next run. Be safe out there.